Hello, everybody, and welcome to Crypto Talk Now, Wealth Talk Now, basically. On this particular segment of the day, I apologize for being I don't know, a couple minutes late. Actually, I was right on time. But the whole thing is the camera positioning got all messed up. So I know you guys aren't normally used to see me this close up, but for today, until I get a different bracket for this. This is how it is. Hopefully, it's not too bad. It's kind of up close and personal, but anyway, excuse me. Kind of had a rush back and so on. Today was, of course, the big day for the school's basketball tryouts for the fifth and sixth graders. Was glad to be able to do that. But you know what? Glad to be here right now with you all here at Crypto Talk Now. We got some big news for a few of these different cryptos. Of course, there's what's going on with the ISOs and so on. But without further ado, let's go ahead and recognize our wonderful community who is here tonight to support this station, this network. So let's go ahead and start things off with apparently a super chat. And it comes from Mike Cornwell. Mike, thanks so much for starting things off with a super chat. We really, really appreciate that. Here at Crypto Talk Now, you've been dropping super chats left and right, almost every stream. Can't thank you enough. Can't thank the Cornwells enough. Shout out to you, April, the whole Cornwell clan. Thanks again. And next, the first comment of the day technically is boom from Michael Cornwell. Next, we have Cool Cat Crypto who came in. Good to see you, Cool Cat. Nice to see that you're the second one who's in today. I'm just going to try this fan to get cooled off a little bit. And then next, we have Edward Vincent with Crypto Talk Now VR. Let me just lower it down a little bit. Don't want to blow you guys out. There we go. With the meow. Oh, skipped one. We got Brian Dowie saying what's up, Max, Larry. Larry got sick, and that's not me making an excuse. He's legitimately sick. He's having stomach problems since early this morning. He literally texted me like really early in the morning, basically stating that. So get well soon, Larry. But I'm here, glad to be able to do this. And let's see, Blue Whale Ricky. Hi all. I hope all is well with all of you. Same to you, Ricky. Good to see you. What's up, CTN fam? Glad to see you're here, Legrand, especially you, because you're in that area where everybody's affected. In Florida. Guys, give me a heads up if you happen to see Javier, who's one of my students, in the chat. There's a reason for that, because he tried out, and if he's here, let me know, because yeah, I just want to recognize him. I think that'd be pretty cool to recognize him. All right, so let's see here. And of course, there's me, and I got that sorted out. All right, April Cornwell. Hey to all my friends with the love. Right back at you. All right. She hopes everybody had a wonderful day. I had a good day. Things went pretty well. Oh man, we had a big turnout, like 40 kids. It was really something else. About 2 hours of the tryouts. Really, really something else. All right. We're waiting for more people, of course, to filter in. Cool Cat Crypto. That XRP came down a little. Well, we'll take a look at that in a bit. I did see that the ISOs were pretty much the only ones that did, somewhat well in regards to today. There's nothing really major, right? But we do have some news in regards to some of your favorite cryptos. All right. You guys all welcome each other. That's great. Larry got that bubble gut. Bubble gut. Dang it. Oh. Larry's sick again. Well, yeah. That's one of those things. All right. So as we wait for more people filter in, you're saying what's up to Legrand. That's great. Guys, welcome to Crypto Talk Now. If you happen to be new, thanks for joining us here tonight. We have a lot that we want to basically share with you all. Might as well read these two. What's up, Legrand, Edward, Cool Cat, Brian B, Ricky Max, what's up, family? Good to see you, Mr. Pruden. Of course, Legrand State. Sorry, couldn't be at the after show last night. He basically fell asleep since he had not much sleep the night before. Man, with me, I've been getting like, oh my gosh, 4 hours average every day for the last week. I'll probably not go 2 hours tonight. I didn't even have a chance to get dinner tonight. So yeah, I need to basically cut it a little bit short, and then after that, maybe stop in, but really have diligence or discipline, I should say. I'll stop in briefly for the post show just to say hello to you guys and so on. And this time, when I look at the clock, it's 10 minutes. If anybody's talking, I mean, it's fine. I'm gonna really stick to my guns when it comes to like maybe 10, 15 minutes tops, and that's it. And then I gotta split. All right, so you guys are disgusting, especially Cool Cat. No, I'm just joking around. All right, where's Larry? Does he have a? No, you guys are horrible, bad, very bad. All right. On camera right now, I look really tall and up close and personal. But if anything, it highlights my guns. Yeah. Go to the shopper. No, not really. Ugh. Got to pump some iron. Iron talk now. No, I'm kidding. All right, here we go for real. Vincent says, time to get some dietary recommendations going the brat diet. Bananas, applesauce, rice, and toast. Yikes. Okay. Well, you know what? You got to do what you got to do, right? All right. Give me just a minute. All right. So, yeah. Being out in the outside courts all day, kind of got to have some liquid. Okay. Let's share the screen here and let's jump into the first thing, which is the overall crypto market cap, as usual. Just double checking some things. Yep. Okay. We're starting things out, of course, with what's trending that you see here. Cardano is trending. We'll look a little bit more into that in a bit, but or maybe we won't. Maybe 0.12. Maybe we'll hold that for a little bit later. As Larry would say, Cardano's boring, but that's okay. So the overall crypto market cap is sitting at 944.82 billion. It's not even much of an increase of the day. It's nothing to even, really make that big of a deal about. But what's somewhat of a big deal is what you see right here. So it's basically top 100. As you know, XRP has been sitting at number 6 for at least a couple weeks that I know of. It bypassed Binance USD for that position. It's sitting at above 47 cents. 24-hour chart, 6.50%. Basically, the triple X's, right, of ISO 222 compliant are doing well, and rightfully so. Stellar Lumens, 5% up. XDC, I know Cool Cat's a big fan of it. Of course, Salamander's a huge fan of it. I'm a fan of it, but I don't have as much as some of you guys. But yeah, sitting at about a little over 3 cents for XDC. Again, Stellar Lumens, we saw that as low as 10 cents not that long ago. I don't know if we saw it below like below 9. I think it was above 9, under 10 cents for a little bit. But anyway, that was a great opportunity. Still is. But let's get a little bit more into this, guys. So for instance, here's my watch list. I mean, again, Time Wonderland. It's right up there. It's like we literally saw this go from, I think it was like $14, $16, something like that, to where it's at. At this point, I am going to basically just kind of open it up. Not recommending it by any means. Just kind of see what markets still list the darn thing. Gate.io, Sushi Swap from, basically that's from Avalanche, if I'm not mistaken. Trader, I don't know. I just don't think I would touch it. I mean, what are the fees? I don't know. It's just the thing. I mean, look at this, guys. Look at that, $14,185 a year ago. And that whole thing with Daniel Brigg, whatever his name is, I mean, you might know the whole thing with Time Wonderland. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But I don't even want to give them the right time of day right now. But it does show up on there. It was worth to take a look, I guess. A little bit more. Terrarium. Let's see what's going on with Terrarium. I know some of you guys are into that. All right, let's see. Kind of all over the place, right? Looks like a lot of pumps and dumps, right? A lot of day trading going on with that. I mean, clearly, that's just on the 24-hour. I don't need to bust out some candles or anything on that just to notice that. I mean, that's simple stuff. But that's what's going on with Terrarium. Okay, hold on a second. What I wanted to point out, I know that, Ellipsis, made some news, of course, with I think it was with Luna Classic not that far back. Of course, Lunatics token is up 14%. Clearpool, I mean, it's just really, really holding its own. I did about, like you guys know, about 35, 36 videos on Clearpool. Clearpool's up 16%, broke the 10-cent mark, because now it's 11 cents. I mean, I'm really glad that I hold like, 8 bags of that, dollar cost average like 8 times or whatever, maybe more than that. I can't remember. They went way up in the ranking. Literally yesterday, they were in, 640 or something. Now they're up at 588. This is really, really awesome for Clearpool. We're going to take a moment to recognize them. Robert, our Alcorn, and the rest of the Clearpool team. So volume up 31%, 1.142 million. Circulating supply of Clearpool is sitting at 177 million 857,000. They have a max supply and total supply of 1 billion coins. Tokens. Sorry, I forgot. They haven't, they're not on their own blockchain yet. But yeah, as far as a good DeFi play, I've always felt that way. The original ICO, of course, was at 4 cents. So, I think they're on the road to getting back where they need to be. In a bull market, I totally see this surpassing the original all-time highs of $2.47. Again, many times on the show, we're always talking about preparing yourself in this bear market for when the bull market comes. Okay. So there's that. If you're interested in Clearpool and you've seen some of my videos and you're like, well, I just don't know where to get it. Quite a few places you can get Clearpool. KuCoin, of course, is one of my personal favorites. You can get obviously off of Uniswap. AscendX, you got to keep in mind, if you're an American, which a lot of you guys are, AscendX ain't going to work for you. And so there you pretty much have it in regards to that. Yeah. All right. Now, into some of the other news like Luna Classic and whatnot. There's this. That's actually Ripple. I'm sorry. I want to show you some of the other ones. Let me save that one for a little bit later. Drag that to the end. That segment with BitBoy Crypto. It's just a clip. Some of you guys are fans, some you're not. But I mean, news is news, and I want you guys to see that. But I want to recognize this great gentleman right here, Mr. Crypto Mike, aka Mike Cornwell. Look at that. Let me see if I can zoom in more. No. Well, it highlights it right there. Hold on. So, yeah, we'll just do that view. That way, the whole screen, I don't have to scroll down. He's got himself an XRP shirt. How cool is that? I really like it. Got, of course, the moon in the background. Kind of has like a skull view to it in a way. So we rocking it out on the moon. Is that what we're doing? Getting some metal on the moon, jamming out to some AC/DC, Metallica, some, I don't know, Guns N' Roses, my personal favorite, right? Maybe you're into Iron Maiden, but whatever the case, some metal on the moon, right? That's a nice shirt. I like it. Looks good on you, man. Looks good. I got to get myself, I don't know, I need to get myself some crypto gear and start wearing it, I guess. But anyway, yeah, guys, I want to point that out. Mike Cornwell sporting the look, looking good. Positive catalyst, of course, for Luna Classic. This was posted earlier today. It says borrowable asset, Luna Classic, margin pair, Luna Classic / USDT. I mean, come on. That's kind of like the standard nowadays. If you go to KuCoin, like myself, daily, all of the pairings are pretty much Luna Classic / USDT, Bitcoin, USDT, you name it, right? Clearpool, USDT, just that's the standard pairing with it. And you may be wondering, well, what's the big deal with that? I like it personally because I like the idea that it's low fees. I mean, extremely low fees. I mean, if it was like Luna Classic / ETH, then it's going to be a pretty big fee, unless you wait until 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning, right? So there's that. It says hashtag Luna Classic is the first native coin of Terra blockchain released in August 2018. Borrowable asset Luna Classic / USDT. Gate.io supports 400 plus coins for cross margin and isolated margin. Anyway, thought I basically point that out. It is a new positive catalyst if you happen to be into borrowable assets. Borrowable assets are not exactly the most popular thing, especially in this bear market. A lot of people feel as though this is how some of these exchanges basically got hurt to begin with. If you think about the whole, the whole thing that happened with, Celsius, and VGX, things like that, right? Again, more going out than coming in could be a real big problem, and it basically was. All right, a little bit more. Shout out to Classic Crypto, not just shout out to him, but shout out to quite a few other influencers / content creators. I should probably just say content creators from now on, because at the end of the day, we always say it's not financial advice. Are we really influencing you to do anything? Well, not officially speaking, but technically that's our title. Says we did it. Coinbase list Luna Classic now has over 50,000 tweets. Now I had to read that part because you may have thought, yes, Coinbase, they finally got it going on. Luna Classic. Well, not quite there yet. However, it's trending like crazy. It says our call for Coinbase to list Luna Classic is increasing. You've heard the people hashtag Coinbase. Now is the time. All right. And then again, he took a screenshot with his phone. What do you want to call it? 50,000, a little over 50,000 tweets in regards to having Coinbase list Luna Classic. And that's great. I really like the idea that everything's not just focused strictly on, having that tunnel vision, that narrow tunnel vision on just Binance, for instance, right? Like that was all the focus. Well, you need to take your eye off of things that you can't have. We're never going to have 100% of what we want. It's just the way it goes. It goes that way with anything, right? So I'm glad to see there's a lot of focus on the whole topic of Coinbase. You want that. We'll see how they react because now there's a lot of pressure, put on them. And if anything, guys, what is it creating? The supply and demand. There's already, of course, supply. Now there's tremendous demand. So will Coinbase meet those needs of that demand? Well, hopefully we will find out. And guess what? Tomorrow's Friday. And typically speaking, if Coinbase was going to follow the path of how Binance reacts, we may very well see that news tomorrow. So I know you guys are right on top of it. And if anything, we'll be rooting for it, right? But I got that feeling. Maybe tomorrow. All right. Let's see what else we got here for you. Again, I just want to recognize, of course, another content creator. You guys are, of course, big fans of this gentleman. Wish him nothing but the best. I mean, I've literally have been following him since long before he even joined up with Larry. I always thought he was a good content creator and so on. He has really, really upped his game. Something fierce compared to when he first started. You want to talk about somebody who took constructive criticism about his channel, his content, and you name it, and just went gangbusters with it. I will say shout out to 2-Bit Crypto. The whole thing he did with he's the standard of how we got marbles as far as I'm concerned. His show, he hit Luna Classic right at the right time. You gotta give credit where credit's due. 2-Bit Crypto, and he's still killing it with his content. I mean, I think was he up to maybe 12,000 subs or more than that? One of the best live shows, one of the most popular ones. I don't need to sell you on. I'm not trying to sell you on anything, but even he, of course, is pushing this whole thing for Coinbase, and rightfully so, right? So it says with well over, I should say, 32,000 tweets for Coinbase to reenact the Luna Classic trading, it feels like there's even more possibility for it. I feel that way. I know I'm not the only one, and I'm not even a drop in a bucket compared to some of these other guys as far as trending and so on. But you know what? I grinded out a lot too. And you know what? This gentleman grinded it out big time. So you know what? We'll eventually get where we need to be too. But yeah, like you mentioned, this Luna Classic trading, it feels like there is even more possibility for it. Let's make sure they see it. So like and retweet it. I'm going to go ahead and basically just do it right off of his. I'm going to hit the like. I'm going to retweet it. Why not show some love to a fellow brother from across the pond? So there you have it with that. Next is this. We already covered this, but I saw a lot of people retweet this. I even saw some of the Terror Rebels retweet this. I go ahead and remind people of it again. Luna Classic Futures pairs on BitTrue is now live again. Use extreme caution with anything, especially things you haven't done already. But you can have custom leverages of up to 25x. You can start trading now if you're into that type of thing with BitTrue. And it's just that. It's just, again, yet another positive catalyst. You want to see that from Luna Classic. We want this community-driven, token/coin to do extremely well. But in order for it to keep doing extremely well, it needs to trend. And as long as people are always talking about it, as long as we keep getting proposals that make sense, these types of things will help build it where it needs to be. Again, it's not just launching to the moon instantly or anything like that. Like we always mentioned before, those baby steps, 2 steps forward, maybe 1 step back, but it's getting to the point where we always want to have at least 1 step forward. All right, a little bit more. Again, I know it's the same thing, but I wanted to post this. This is a very powerful movement that's going on for Luna Classic. It's a big deal for this whole thing with Coinbase. You may not feel it's a big deal. I'm not saying you personally. Some people may feel like it's not, but it is. I mean, and so much so that you don't even have to know what this says in in Turkish, right? Basically, that this is even in Turkey they recognize, hey, let's get the word out. So I just wanted to kind of post that because I saw it and I thought, you know what, this is really, really trending, all for the right reasons. Why not just put it right there? And then of course this is the biggest part of this new segment for you guys before we kick it back into the comments, and it's this right here. This is pretty fresh. Some of you guys know about it, some of you don't. But if anything, it was the big news headline here at Crypto Talk Now to deliver for you guys. Burn and rebuild Luna Classic states on September 15th. And again, this was posted today, September 29th, just like you see right here from Edward Kim. Burn and rebuild Luna Classic on September 15th. Terra Classic Governance Proposal 4661 passed with a 99.88% yes vote to enable that 1.2% tax and burn on all transactions on chain. The parameter was successfully activated on the following epoch of the blockchain on September 20th. Since then, we have burned over 2 billion Luna Classic in the past week compared to the 4 billion in the past 4 months. In the following days, centralized exchanges and decentralized apps adjusted to the change. We will continue to monitor the burn and share the results according to what Edward Kim is mentioning. But one thing to note and celebrate is Luna Classic is now, listen to this, officially deflationary. So I think that is huge news. I think this personally is the biggest headline of the day for Luna Classic. All these other things, of course, are positive catalysts. They're newsworthy. But guys, this is really, really big. And if anything, glad to be able to deliver this news to you guys. I, of course, saw it not that long ago. Maybe you guys already saw it because you got instant notifications, wherever the case be. if we're the outlet for you get some of this news, then we're more than glad to deliver it to you. Another thing I thought was really nice and significant is, come on, it's a Medium post, right? A lot of times we get these things on Twitter, and if anything, we just take snippets. But to get actually from Medium and also somebody from the Terror Rebels, I think that's really big, especially this particular individual who's Edward Kim, who's always up in the news when it comes to anything Luna Classic. So if anything, like some of the stuff that you see right here, I just thought I'd zoom in a little bit on that Luna Classic. So total Luna Classic supply, this minus 5,351,469 in the latest candlestick. Some of you guys might understand this, some of you don't. It's okay. We're not going to get into too much detail, but just a little bit more I wanted to show you. It says, looking back from where we started, we have passed some major milestones. Again, this is just a little bit more just because you don't know about it, but it's still big. Including the installation of the V22 and the delivery of the 1.2% tax burn. Again, we have successfully transitioned from the emergency phase to the rebuilds phase stage. And I want to pound this home a little bit more, and that is, Do Kwon doesn't have anything to do, despite whatever you may have heard, when it comes to the likes of actually Luna Classic. It's community based now. It's not Terraform Labs. It's the Terror Rebels. So I mean, there's a lot. Let's face it. In this day and age, there's so much misinformation to the point where it's fact checkers checking the fact checkers, and some of that is like, let's face it, politics driven. It's bias. You have to weed through all sorts of different things, but unfortunately for some people, they get some misinformation where you hear a random person who, God bless them, right, they're new to Luna or Terra Luna Classic, and they just want to hop on the bandwagon. They want to get everything, and they've been told that Do Kwon's behind all. He's even with the, everything you see now with the success of Luna Classic. No, that is not the case. All right. So it says here we outline 3 major objectives we are working on: rebuild the algorithmic fungible token, rebuild the project ecosystem, and rebuild independence. Now, for me personally, when they make the statement of the algorithmic fungible token, it's like, well, it better darn well not be a repeat of before. And for everything I've seen on the evidence, basically states that's not going to be that case, which I'm cool with it. But whenever I see the term algorithmic, I just kind of take a moment to kind of step back and say to myself, I need to look into a little bit more of just what they mean by that. But anyway, I'm not going to read everything here verbatim, but I want to point some of this out. And that, of course, is where it states rebuild the algorithmic fungible token, the AFT. This statement right here where it says, as noted by Alex Forshaw, the past Terra swap mechanism was able to reduce the Luna supply by approximately 50% over an 18-month period. There were obvious flaws in the previous system. And of course, what you see in between says, leading to the hyperinflation of Luna and the collapse of UST, right? I'm glad they addressed that. Literally, kind of like what I was referring to, right? I see the term algorithmic. I cannot just like turn my head and be like, well, let's just ignore that. No big deal. There's nothing to see here. No. So literally, we see the term algorithmic, and look what's followed up with, right? This right here. Luna collapse, of UST. It needs to be followed up with that. I'm glad that they outlined that in the Medium, because I mean, if they would just skipped over that like 3/4 down the page, I would have been like, what are you doing? So kudos to them for timing it just right with the wording, because that needs to be addressed. All right. So it says, but nonetheless, it's likely our best shot in drastically reducing the total supply. It's just that, Mike Cornwell, other people have basically mentioned this is a big thing. How do we reduce the total supply? How do we get to where we need to be? And when you see things like this posted on Medium, I personally would highly recommend going through it, especially if you're a deep diver when it comes into some of these things. whether you're invested in Luna Classic or not, you want to have a better idea and perspective of like some of this stuff. As I would always refer to it as what, guys? I always say it all the time. You know, I'm going to say it, the nitty gritty. All right. There's a little bit more. It says like this: while we could see a bailout for the external investor or entity, the community would then be beholden to them, whether we like it or not. And of course, this is referring to where there's several stages to the rebuilding of the market swap. Like it mentions, the first is to debt to equity swap in order to repay the AFT to $1. You're going to see that term thrown around a lot, guys. And just to pound it home a little bit more, means algorithmic fungible token, AFT. So I'm being honest, it's going to pop up quite a bit. Another thing I was going to mention is this. You know, in the past few weeks, we basically outlined to everybody that, yeah, there's a lot of focus about the whole concept of Luna Classic, and you know, the real true utility is to get the you know, aka USTC, to repeg itself, because that's our utility, the standout utility thing that we need. And I mentioned before, I think the other underlying factor, of course, is to have at least a good handful of solid projects within the ecosystem. So I'm glad that they are literally listing some of this, like rebuilding the project ecosystem, how that is going to happen. And again, guys, I highly recommend checking out the piece. It's from medium.com. It's from @Edward Kim's posting. You can read up a lot more about it. There's a lot more details. And if anything, it's just, you know, part of your crypto education, if you will. Because this would take quite a bit to get more into. Again, rebuild, you know, like it says, the independence of all this. I like this I like this highlight that they have. No one person or entity has the control or authority to dictate the fate of this chain, right? They need to pound that home, and they are, right? What are they basically referring to, right? Like everything that happened with Mr. Dokwon, you know what I mean? So, there's other one, hundreds of thousands of dollars per month. Like it says, Vegas was also told that the cost of running this infrastructure was hundreds of thousands of dollars per month. We brainstormed some ideas, but since the LCD was still up and running for the foreseeable future and August 26th was right around the corner, we continue to focus our efforts on obtaining 2/3 voting power necessary to upgrade the blockchain. Again, just kind of reiterating the history of, or the road work of how this all happened, right? We know the roadmap ahead, but you know, it's nice to see all this documented and where they're going to go in the future. It's a really, really awesome read. Literally, if you forget the name of this from Medium, just simply type in Terror Rebels Roadmap by going to medium.com, or you can just simply Google it and you can check it out. Very well done. And I thought I wanted to point out to you guys. Let's go ahead and kick it back to the comments. And then we'll get into a little bit more news. But guys, that's big news for Luna Classic. All right, here we go. All right. And actually, while I'm reading the comments, as I have been traditionally doing as of lately, I'm trying to have you guys actually look at the Luna Classic chart as we're looking at the comments, because why not? Instead of just looking straight at my, you know, lovely background, right? And here we go. It's going to share that on a tab. All right. So before we get right back into the comments, let me do the, man, I got to get the right side. Hold on a second. Got the wrong thing up here. Hold on. 12-hour. All right. This is the 12-hour. On that 4-hour, that looks really, really good. Kind of like, just like, almost like what we saw yesterday, but even better, I would say, personally. There's the 2-hour, kind of like that 4-hour. Yeah, keep on the 4-hour for a little bit. Just kind of zoom in just a tad. All right, there we go. And let's go ahead and read the comments once again. Got to scroll way up if you're wondering what the delay is. All right. Max, Xbox or PlayStation? For me, it's still PlayStation. I don't have a PS5, and my thing is, I actually have a brand new Xbox sitting here that was literally played once, and it's just collecting dust. I need to just get clean and get it sold, and take that money and use it for more Luna Classic or something, or some of these ISOs. Because I mean, yeah, I get it. Xbox Game Pass is technically the better deal, right? All those games and so on, but I don't know, man. I still prefer PlayStation, their controller, you name it. Jeff Pruden with the all caps because his caps lock key is broken. Did you see my Twitter post? One of the Terror Rebel guys was talking about how the Terror team. No, I was rushing through traffic. Didn't have a chance to look at it. Sorry, but he states how the Terror team have been doing all this work for free and they're getting tired of it. Well, all their hard work. Think about this. Is it going to pay off? Well, we'll see. Jeff Pruden, 350Z, plus that coin minting was never disabled and they may dilute Luna Classic. Oh, okay. You have another thing. I have the video link on my Twitter page. If you're interested, it's kind of a depressing video, in my opinion, about the future of Luna Classic. Jeez. Well, I don't know. Now you got everybody all bummed out and everybody just left. We just lost 30 people watching. I'm kidding. Let me see. Jeff Pruden, we need to pay the Luna Classic team working for us, like for real. Well, I mean, I get it, but I mean, if this thing goes to, the moon, as the saying goes, I mean, doesn't that technically count as pay? I mean, I don't know. I mean, a lot of people do a lot of things that over time, they'll eventually get paid. You get where I'm coming from. I'm not dismissing it or anything. It's just I have to look more into that. Maybe we could take a moment to look into it. I'm just trying to catch up on the comments, my friend. All right, let's see here. You guys are saying what's up to each other. That's great. And let's see here. Trim is still around. Yeah. I don't know. I know some of you guys like it. I just feel as though like the wind got pulled out of the sails, or the air got taken out of the bag, with the whole thing of, the supposed Binance. It was supposed to be on Binance, and then that turned out to be a fake thing. I don't know if that was done on purpose. Nobody really knows. But ever since that happened, I mean, I just haven't seen a lot more to it since then. And I understand some of their goals and vision, but I mean, there's one thing of having goals and vision, and there's one thing of actually just having a flat out utility, like to begin with. But I get it, teach his own. Like some people say, easier said than done. And until you've been in another person's shoes, you just don't know. But okay. Anyway, I don't want to go down this rabbit hole with Terrarium, but I mean, I know I mentioned them, but I just mainly mentioned them because, I saw that they had a decent pump. Can we look at their Twitter, see what's going on? Possibly. But with that said, I don't even care about it. I don't even want to look at. No, I'm kidding. All right. We're not going to do that either. All right. Tim Shea. Yes, Cool Cat. The exchange coming out soon. Well, that was the original big deal. So, if that's the case, how soon is soon? Because I know they've been talking about that for a while. Tim Shea, I sold my Terrarium a while ago. Okay. Maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. I'm not fudding it. I'm just stating that that was the common theme for a while now. I mean, I don't know. Has there been any real updates in regards to it? I mean, if you're a person that's like a terrarium, I'm not going to use this overused term maxi, because I mean, if you're a maxi, basically you feel like all there is terrarium and nothing else, and you're not even invested into anything else. Just your portfolio is literally terrarium, and that's it. I mean, teach his own. All right, I'm talking too much about terrarium. All right, Cool Cat Crypto. That Milton dude turned out to be a or something. Okay. BitBoy is okay. Yeah. All right, Tim Shea. Max, ever check out the stable fund? I am going to try that after some of my mat comes off staking at crypto.com. No, I haven't. You know what? If you want me to take more of a deeper dive into certain things, I just send me a DM. It's not that I don't remember. It just it helps me a little bit more to just like recognize each person. Because so when people send me DMs and when I do try to like make sure I get back to that compared to just having it on. Think about this, right? If it's in the comments, I mean, yeah, I could take a note of it, but it just kind of helps me out a little bit better because it lets me know, like, hey, this particular guy, you know, you send me a DM, and that is just like something in which I look like, you know, look at it for the perspective of, all right, he obviously wants me to look more into this, and then there's a reason for it. But no, I don't know anything about the stable fund, unfortunately. But yeah, you want to basically get more or try it, like you mentioned, after some of your mat comes off as staking at crypto.com. Okay. I'll state this much. While I think I noticed a promotion, I don't know if you're a fan of KuCoin or not. I am going to pull this up. Hold on a second. Let me click on this earn. Hopefully they'll let me just pull up the KuCoin earn without being logged in. All right, yeah. All right, so let me share this real quick. I don't know if it's worth it to you for this. Let me unshare this because I can only, you know, share one screen at a time. So here it is, and basically it's just this right here. This is one of the things. This is why I'm like a fan of KuCoin. I mean, I know that a lot of you guys are like, I don't understand KuCoin. It's confusing. I don't like using it. Blah blah blah. Right. So let me get back to that. Yeah, like you see right here. I mean, it's a limited time. See, it's already sold out. That's what I'm talking about. People recognize that. So that particular one was what, a little over 12%, 12.29% on your Matic. I mean, yeah, it's just a promotional 30 days, but come on. I mean, that's 1 month getting in at 12.29%. I mean, that's not too bad. And then even when that ends, right? I mean, yeah, you can't get it right now because it's sold out, but even when it ends, I'm pretty sure KuCoin's staking that they have is still a lot higher than the likes of like, you know, crypto.com. Yeah, I have my Matic staked with crypto.com. I do the max of 3 months, but I mean, what is it like? I don't know, man, like a percent. I can't even remember. It's not even remotely significant. You know, that is of course significant. Yeah, it's only for a month, but it's like, I don't know. I mean, even if the regular staking, right, was the same as crypto.com, my attitude is this is still a little bit more attractive. So you may be like, well, why don't you just put it on here? Because I was already committed to the staking before I saw that promotion. Otherwise, yes, I would move my assets from crypto.com to KuCoins for the staking. Anyway, thanks for pointing that out, though. Let me go ahead and get back on that Luna Classic share real quick. And we'll kick it to the next comment. There we go. All right. So next we have is Michael Montclair. He states maybe 5,000 for XRP. You're hoping. Yeah, you mentioned that I think on the other show that you want to put like $5,000 into XRP. I think, was it yesterday you mentioned that? So that would be amazing, man. I know that I'm going to be picking up a bigger bag of XRP. I think actually my second bag, or was it my third? My third bag. So, you know, I always say third, fourth. I mean, at that point, it's just dollar cost averaging, but they are still bags, right? So, right on, man. I mean, you seem like you're extremely bullish on it. I am too. I mean, 5,000, man. Oh, man, that sounds sweet. Cool Cat Crypto. I never watch him anymore, though. Oh, BitBoy. Yeah, I mean, you know, some people, it's kind of like a love-hate with him. I mean, some people love him, hate him. Not many people are like, well, you just said he's okay. So, but my consensus is a lot of like love-hate. All right. Le Grand Commission. Le Grand Commission. All right. I had to do it. Luna Classic heating up to take off. Yeah. I mean, you consistently see it. I just think it's just any day now, personally, before that just really, really takes off. I mean, we see all the bull flags, the big pennants. I mean, big, huge candles. This is not like, oh, you guys don't know what you're talking about. Like we've mentioned it before and it's done well, but we're not fortune tellers or anything like that. But we do see the indicators that these are all the signs. You're literally looking at a big sign right there. I mean, yeah, it's really heating up to take off. I totally agree. All right. Tim Shea says double your money every 40 days. Salamander in space. Crypto Mike is Mr. XRP, isn't he? I would agree with that statement. Or we could say that Mr. Mike Cornwell, aka Crypto Mike, is Mr. ISO or Mr. Triple X. Well, Triple X isn't crypto. Watch it, you guys. I may have some students watching. Anyway, Tim Shea, hey, Salamander in space. He doesn't say in space. We say that. That's good. You guys always welcome each other. All right. The judge. Yeah, we got some news coverage on that. We'll talk about in a minute. But Legrand states the judge asking the SEC to turn him in documents means settlement coming since they will never turn in those documents. Yeah, that's the whole thing. They objected. And of course, in the past, when they ordered to do it, it was always just constant more delays. I mean, this is not the first time the judge has asked them to do this, as we know. But if anything, it's like, they say, objection, Your Honor, as the saying goes. And now this time around, it's like, no more objection. Turn in the freaking documents. So I don't know. Is it more of a delay? Is it going to keep getting drug out? Or is it kind of like what you mentioned? Michael Montclair, AFT repaid your USTC. We almost there. Yep, there it is. That's, get used to that abbreviation, guys. AFT. Tim Shea, doing well, Salamander. Our ISO coins are also doing well. They really are. The triple X, as you would say, guys, is doing well. All right, Michael Montclair, I'm a jazz content creator. Really? Well, how this? You just make jazz content, or do you also do the whole, YouTube's thing or Twitter or, social media? Let us know, man. We'll love to recognize you. We'll even share it. You've been a great member of our community, always here, regular and so on. We would love to show you some love, man. You showed us much love. Why shouldn't we recognize you? So if that's the case, let us know, man. We'll put it up there for you. Salamander bought more stellar lumens. That's great. I need to get more of a bag of that. I might go ahead and DCA tomorrow. I'm not gonna stay up late and do it. I just, like I mentioned, I've been averaging like 3 to 4 hours sleep every night. It's ridiculous. So yeah. If Larry didn't put out a recorded video because he was sick today, I mean, I didn't get one out and I wanted to, but if he didn't get one out, then I guess immediately after the show, I'll try to put out a recorded video. Mainly because I want to keep up with that whole algorithm thing. I mean, why not? Melek, funny money cryptocurrencies will be washed out sooner rather than later, I hope. Yeah, we don't want any nonsense, I know last night you guys were watching the whole segment with Luke Lango and, going up into the whole segment about helium, but I thought he did a very good job explaining there's just a lot of garbage out there. And the way he explained it, that was really good as well as how you always point things out. By the way, man, I like to see you, man. I think that's the first comment I saw of you. Hope you're doing well tonight. Cool Cat Crypto, XRP, XLM, XDC, that triple X. Yep. Salamander, Coinbase, and Binance needs to list XDC. Yes, they do. Glad to see that it's trending. All right. Legrand basically says that Coinbase owns FTX and FTX is buying Voyager as soon as Coinbase and FTX/Voyager listing on Luna Classic. That'd be awesome. I got to have all my stuff locked up soon. The Pope said so. Oh, jeez. Crypto talk now. Larry, please hit that like button. Sorry, couldn't be on tonight. All right, well, maybe you can make a recorded video while you're sick. and while I'm doing the show. All right, come on, man. You can't do 3 to 5 minutes. You can do it. Hey guys, it's Larry. Just want to state, overall crypto market it's doing all right. Check out Crypto Talk now, and I'm out. You know, as you would always say, be the Michael Jordan of crypto or whatever, right? Jordan was sick. Well, here's your moment, my friend. Larry wears his suit. Yeah, you guys like that thumbnail? I mean, it was kind of like from an older one and then recreated with the Luna Classic background. I mean, it has some XRP in there and so on, but I was like, you know what? XRP, it's back to like the topic of the thumbnail, right? XRP, that's the wealth that we're talking about right now. Wealth talk now, if you will. Some of these other ISOs. I mean, heck, Luna Classic, where's it eventually be? I mean, it literally is just that. I'm not just talking about crypto. It's about creating wealth, monumental wealth, generational wealth. Larry, follow those dietary recommendations on screen, please, says Crypto Talk Now VR. All right, let me go further down. 2Bit is a good dude. Heck yeah, he's a good dude. You're asking Larry a question about Carly. Let's see. 2Bit is the man. Yeah, he is the man. All right, let's see. Yep, you guys all recognizing 2Bit. Feel better for Larry. Luna Classic pumping tonight. Could be. When it comes to Thursday night our time, and then we get into Friday, and then I come back from work and we do a show, I don't know. The last 3 weeks has kind of been, am I not mistaken, guys? Let's give me a response in the chat. Let me know. Is Friday night, are we going to have Friday night lights, as the saying goes? Is that what the thumbnail should be tomorrow, guys? Friday night lights, Luna Classic, big pump. Kind of feels that way, don't it? All right. There's Mike Cornwell saying, yo, that's great. All right, Tim Shea, CTN has been representing well on the marbles game and in general on 2Bits. Yep, I know you guys have been there a lot of times. Like, I'll just come in there briefly on my lunchtime because my lunch is basically when 2Bit does his whole not marbles, but just like his show in general. Like he does 9 GMT, which is Greenwich Median Time. Yeah, and I recognize you in there, Tim Shea, some other guys. I see Iron Lux. I think I've seen him a few times in there. But you guys have you rightfully so. I mean, you guys go around and you want good crypto content. So yeah, there's totally a few guys I recognize in there. Sometimes. Why don't I ever comment? A lot of times I just don't have the time to comment in there because somebody will walk into the class as I'm grading something or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like just don't really have much time to really do a full comment. But anyway, Larry basically says 2Bit was the first crypto channel that featured marbles. Yeah, we mentioned that. You're right about that. All right. Let's see here. Prudent Max sent you some big news to your Twitter. All right. Let's take a moment to look into that. Let me stop my screen. And here we go. All right. Not that one. Here we go. Oh boy, this is a lot. All right, wasn't supposed to show that, but whatever. All right, news file. Lithosphere, Mike Tyson style crypto, right? Blockchain to implement. Yeah, I think I talked about this last night, but yeah, I did. So let's just reiterate it just for all those people who didn't see the show last night. That's fine. So Lithosphere, no, that's not a Lisp with Mike Tyson. It's a blockchain that's going to implement, of course, the burn of 2.5 trillion Terra Luna Classic. Again, yeah, on yesterday's news, that was like one of the biggest news headlines. I mean, 2.5 trillion. I mean, it's amazing. States that Terra Luna Classic in Finesse P2E, which is play to earn game. Finesse NFT collection drops on October 1st. And that's pretty big. I mean, we'll have to basically look at this within the next few days. The first is coming up, I believe, on this weekend. Is it this weekend? Yeah, this weekend, Saturday. All right, so there's that. It says Lithosphere core developer KAJ Labs also announced that it'll implement the Terra Classic, Lunc as one of the networks in the upcoming cross-chain play-to-earn finesse games. If Terra Classic is implemented in the game, all Luna Classic used in the game would be burned during gameplay. That's amazing. Because as you guys know, people get addicted, could very well get addicted to some of these games, and that burn can happen sooner than later. Might just be like, a case of where it just doesn't take too long. So it states to accommodate the burn, I'm just gonna call it KAJ. KAJ Labs will allocate 50 million to 100 million to burn up to 2.5 Terra Classic in finesse games. Man, I hope this is like the real thing, because I mean that's a lot of money. $50 million to $100 million. You know what I mean? This is not like we're talking about like tokens here. We're literally talking about money, like real money. But burn up to 2.5 trillion Terra Classic in finesse games. The INO for private sales goes live on October 1st, 2022 at, what was that? 00:00 UTC, with public sales beginning at the same day at 1 hour or 100. I can't even read that right now. It's so tiny. At 01:00 UTC. My bad. All right. About Lithosphere. Lithosphere is a next generation platform for cross-chain decentralized application powered by AI, artificial intelligence, and deep learning. About Jot Art. Jot Art is the cross-chain metaverse to play, create, own, and earn. Jot's art mission is to provide an ecosystem for everyone to create amazing distributed virtual experiences with community and player-owned economies. And so there's the news piece on that. Thanks again to the one, the only Jeff Pruden, who's a big fan of the Nissan 350Z, who did some sideline reporting for us. So I just double checked that. So that's pretty much it in regards to that. And next, let's see here. I have a new message. Let me see. I'll look into that in a little bit too. I apologize if there's anything that was private that accidentally got shown. It wasn't intentional. I will show this since I already have it. You won't have to super chat me for it, although that was cool that you normally do stuff like that, but might as well just pull it up. So there's this from Mike Cornwell. He goes, Maximus, and let's go ahead and pull this up. So it states straight from banking and finance. Shout out, of course, to Mike Cornwell with the reporting. Bitcoin steady as currencies around the world tumble. And that is a moment, because guess what? The whole concept of supply and demand and consolidation, right? Because as we know, when we're looking at the Bitcoin chart, especially the last couple of shows that we've had, we saw a lot of sideways action. And I actually like seeing that, because if anything, you want to see those types of things happen, because it's an indicator that things may very well get more healthier for the overall market. But yeah, let me actually bring up the whole thing with, hopefully I got on the right shirt. Yeah, I do. Let's take a moment basically to recognize CMC. And let's also take a look at Bitcoin. A lot of times we look at all the other cryptos, but we don't really zoom in as much as we should with Bitcoin. So let's take a moment. Sit at 19,507,000. And if anything, let's see what's going on not just on the 1 day, but let's see what's going on the 7 day. All right. So that's what's going on with that. Let's see what's going on for the month. All right. Let's see if we can pull up something. All right. I'll do the month. Huh. All right. I could have sworn that we saw the other day this whole thing with Bitcoin where basically it showed what? Like sideways action. Huh. Maybe I could have sworn it was the other day. Maybe it was for the 24. You know what? I think it was. It was for the 24-hour chart, and that's where I'm getting a little haywire with that. So I apologize for that. But thanks for pointing that out as well. I am going to get back in the comments before we get to the last part of this. All right. What's up, yo? Says Mike Cornwell. Let's see. You guys are having the marbles. That's great. You guys saying what's up to each other. So I'm going to skip way, way further down. Okay, hold on. Hey, there's Cody Core with the world famous Bam Bam Bigelow beanie. Max, I'm working, only listening. Yep, I know how that goes. I mean, you know, when I watch like 2-Bit or, you know, whatnot, I see some of you guys in there. It's like I technically have to multitask. So I don't really have a bunch of time just to type in the comments, but I could totally relate to that. All right. You say link sent. Did you send that to me or somebody else? Let me just double check that. I don't know if you're referring to me, so I don't want to miss anything. I didn't see anything about that. Let me see. Okay. And I did get your message earlier, Legrand, where you said that you're okay in regards to the storm. Guys, if you don't know, Legrand lives in Florida. God bless him, his family, everybody in Florida, everybody around the Gulf Coast areas and so on, right? When it comes to this whole hurricane thing. Just keep them all in your thoughts and prayers, not just because that's a, you know, oh, that's what's trending or the typical blase thing to say. It's not blase. Why wouldn't you want to, you know, have them in your thoughts and prayers? There's a lot of people that, man, they're going through some tough times right now. Heart goes out to those people right now. I know it's kind of hard to talk about crypto sometimes when all this stuff is going on. All right. Cool Cat Crypto. Just buy XRP. Just do it like Nike. All right. Let me go further down. Larry says, who's down with XRP? And then Brian Dowie, of course, says, yeah, you know me. All right. Let me see. Jack Pruden. XRP won't move to 25 cents. You should buy in the 35. Yeah, that's the way I look at it. I mean, it's just 10 cents more. It's not the end of the world. Larry states, buy XRP now. Larry's too damn stubborn. Lol. Okay. Cool Cat Crypto. The lawsuit is going to end very, very soon. You know what? It seems to be that way. There's so many indicators that that's the case. Let me get a little more comment in the comments. We'll talk a little bit about this. There'll be a decent amount of emphasis on just that. All right. Let's see. Awesome Legrand. I want the incredible. Okay, hold on a second. All right, you guys are all saying what's up to each other. Get that GBEX. Let me see what's going on with GBEX actually real quick because you got me curious because a few nights ago we kind of covered it. Is GBEX doing well right now? Well, it's down 10%, but I mean that's better than FOMO went in at like 30%. All right, let me see. Just gonna do a few more. I'm gonna share that tab again. Forgot about that. There's that. All right, a few more. Who's making XRP money today? Says Blue Ricky. Mr. Vincent, Max, trade that new Xbox for a VR headset. Super fun. Or just trade for some crypto because in reality, I haven't played any, right? I haven't played any video games since April, which is like, if you knew me in the past, you'd be like, what happened to Maximus? Like, he used to be the guy gaming it up all the time. I've been researching everything, every freaking thing. Maybe not as much as Mike Cornwell, but I think I'm up there. You know, some of you guys are probably further ahead of me. It's not a competition, but it's just this is what excites me. I mean, I don't get me wrong, I miss playing games with my friends and stuff, but I want to make some money. All right, I see a super chat came in. I think it's from. I recognize that avatar. Let me get right to it. Hold on a second. So I'm just let me see. Yep. Ooh, that's a cool looking wiggling avatar with the whoop. And it is from Loose Banana. Let me get down to it. Hold on. Well, first, we got to recognize Mike Cornwell's. My bad on that. Crypto Mike, $2 super chat. I'm down with XRP. Yeah, you know me. Yep. And I like the shirt. Looks really good. So thank you for that, Crypto Mike. Mike Cornwell. All right, let's see. Salamander Space also dropped one. My bad. Now at 630,000 XTC, need 370,000 for a million. Wow. You're getting there, man. You are getting there. Thank you for the $2 super chat as well. Shout out to Salamander in Space. And let's see. I'm going to get down to the other super chat in a second. I'm going to lose my spot, though, ain't I? There we go. Thank you, Mr. Loose Banana, once again for the $20 super sticker, not super chat, super sticker. And I did see it on the other windowed, the browser, actually straight from YouTube with the Woot and all that. Looks really, really cool. Like the controller on that too. Kind of reminds me of Super Nintendo. It looks like a Super Nintendo controller from back in the day. But if you think about PlayStation itself, it's really based off the Super Nintendo controller. But yes, sir. Thank you very, very much. I know you've been watching Crypto Talk now for a while now. Really, really appreciate you, sir. That was very, very generous of you. And everybody else that dropped super chats tonight. Can't thank you guys enough. Let's go ahead and hopefully I can get back to the last comment. And if I didn't, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. You guys know I'll try to read as much comments as I can. It's nothing personal. Let me see. All right. So there was that before. Cool Cat says he likes PlayStation better too. Yeah, I mean, it's just I like the controller. It feels a lot better. Hold on a second. All right, I'm back. And let's see. So I'm just gonna go further down. Let me see. All right. Brian Dowie, Larry, sell your MMAI for XRP. You know what? Maybe he will. Who knows? Crypto Mike, $2 of XRP would be worth more than $200 of MMAI ever will be. All right. Tim Shea, no, Larry, I have both. Yeah, I mean, in reality, why can't you have both? All right. Cool Cat Crypto, I couldn't stand having no XRP. It wouldn't feel right. Good point. Legrand states, hashtag Larry, sell your MMAI for XRP. Tim Shea, okay, Max, I think it is something you would like. I will DM you. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Thank you for that. KuCoin is the best. I mean, it's one of my favorite centralized exchanges. I've always been a big fan of their ease of access after I got used to it. But I originally got into KuCoin for BTT and Wink. And then from there, and of course, I got my airdrops and whatnot, which is fine. But the other thing that caused me to really, really start using them like all the time is because of the staking incentives, the promotion, stuff like that. Like, especially when Clearpool used to have 100% APR for like, I don't know, it was like 3 or 4 months, maybe longer. That was really, really nice. Miss those days. All right. Cool Cat Crypto. KuCoin isn't for noobs, though. It's not. It does take I don't know. It's just like anything. I mean, like even gaming, right? We had people who went from TeamSpeak to Discord, and it was just like a big learning curve, if you will. But like anything, like I just got this new laptop from work today, right? And it's just like I'm not used to it, but what do you got to do when it comes to anything new, especially when it's technology or you got to play around with it. If you don't play around with it, you're not gonna, So that's the way I looked at KuCoin. I was like, I'm just gonna play around with this, and had fabulous staking incentives, and I was like, you know what? Might as well get used to it. And then now it's my preference. Before crypto.com actually used to be my preference. But guess what? Excuse me. My preference now, yeah, it's KuCoin. I did see we had up to about 28 people here. Hopefully we can get up to like 30. That'd be really, really cool. And you know what? I have no doubt in the bull market, we'll get up to the numbers that we need to be at. With our app coming out and so on. Hats off to Legrand Commission. If you don't know about the Crypto Talk Now network app, it's in a test net. We need more testers. Get with him. He will drop you a link if you're interested. We would love to have more people testing out the app. Help us out in that regard, because you know what? Once that app becomes like a main net and, basically on goes to the Google Play Store, Apple iStore, and stuff like that. I mean, people won't even have to physically be on like YouTube, right? They just launch the app, watch it from there. And this is how we get to where we need to be. And, I can't thank Legrand and the rest of the Crypto Talk Now network family enough for even, come on, taking the time to make stuff like that. I mean, it's just so awesome. We really have a great network here, a great community. Community is what it's all about. All right. Speaking of Legrand, there he is. Legrand states, every time I paid high gas fees because, because ETH made him feel like, why does ETH even exist? Well, yeah, I mean, ETH, the fees are just insane. I don't know. I think last year there was a few cryptos I wanted so bad I just didn't care because I don't know. I mean, I really made a ton of money in crypto, and I should say I don't care, but it was like I have to have this because these other ones did well. Oh, but gas fees are $300. I was like, well, this was just released yesterday. I want to get it before it goes to this all-time highs, and a few of them I did all right. Kind of like one of those ones in which it's like get into it for maybe a couple $100 and then watch it pump and get like a profit for 500 and kind of get out. You call them pump and dumps or whatever. Not exactly, but guess where I really paid for it? Just like a lot of you guys last year, the Ethereum gas fees. And of course later on it was just like, well, I got to stop doing that and wait until what? Like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning my time, Pacific Standard Time, and save a bunch of money on those gas fees. And yeah, I did that. But man, there's at least one I remember I paid like $300 in gas fees. I was just like, I can't believe I did that. Now looking back at it, it's just like I would never do anything like that again. Anyway, so where we at on the comment? All right, here we go. Cool Cat Crypto. It won't be here much longer. In fact, Crypto Mike with the $2 super chat. Recognize you again. He's down with XRP. That shirt looks great, by the way. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. Larry says the XRP lawsuit ends in January. They will win, and the bull run starts February 14, 2023, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Leave your girlfriend's home. Same with you. All right. Steak Hex, thank me later. My worthless bag of XRP has been hanging around a long time. We will see. Well, I get where you're coming from, but I think we're going to see that light at the end of the tunnel, to say the least. But thank you for joining us tonight. I've seen you here before. Appreciate it. All right, let's see here. January 8th, yeah, could be. Salamander, thanks again for that super chat from earlier. All right, let me go a little bit more further down before we kick it back into some of the other stuff. Here's a comment. Cool Cat Crypto says they're gonna make it where you have to be an accredited investor to make a crypto. Stop all this garbage coin mess. Good comment. Jordan dropped like 70 when he was sick. Yeah, Jordan's a whole other league of his own and always will be. Okay. I'm going to go further down. I don't want to get, just don't want to just comments only. I mean, there's nothing wrong with comments. I'm really, really thankful for you guys for dropping comments. That's great. All right, crypto talk now. Keep spending most of our lives living in a crypto paradise. Yep. Coolio passed away yesterday again. R.I.P. Coolio. Sorry about that. I skipped that comment. 2.5 trillion sounds like a scam to me. Okay. Keep spending most of our life. Yeah, I already said that. All right. Everybody wants Larry to buy XRP, especially Samo FUD. All right. Let me get further down. I think I'm almost completely caught up. We're getting really, really close. Yep, no problem. Glad to do it. Sorry that a part of the thing got read. My bad. 1,000 buys XRP or Terra Classic. You asking us, or is that where you're going to spend? That's kidding. Both. I don't know. Like I'm probably going to be buying more of XRP this time, personally. All right, let me get further down. All right, Larry says, what happens first, XRP to $2 or Terra Classic to a penny? Oh, man. Well, you know what? We're going to get into the XRP news here soon. And, like, I'm starting to feel like, man, the whole case may be very well, coming to an end soon. If that really is the case, then I'm going to have to go with XRP to $2. Like, that wouldn't be even just $2. That would literally be probably like, at least $10 or more. And then ISO 222 coming up in November. Oh, man. I mean, so tempting to just cash out a lot of it. But at least profits on the way, right, guys? Profits on the way? Or do we just keep holding and holding? All right. My goodness. I see some super chats coming. This is awesome. Can't thank you enough. Gonna go ahead and check out the cool stickers first because you got some really, really good ones. So Loose Banana got, let's see here. Looks like a hippopotamus in a chair spinning around. I like a gaming chair. I like the other one you got below that. And then you got the wrecked. A lot of people got wrecked. That's for sure, especially in the bear market. Actually, a lot of them got wrecked, let's face it, in the bull market because they bought at the very top. And then they sold for whatever reason because they didn't know what they're doing. All right, let me go ahead and highlight your comments. Really, really appreciate it, sir. Let me skip down to that. So here's the first one. Or no, technically that is the first one. So thanks again for that $20 super chat. Let's go further down. And let's see here. Almost there. Loose Banana with the $10 super sticker on top of the $20 super sticker he did from earlier. Thank you very, very much, my friend. I mean, everybody, even people who don't do super chats and so on, the ones that do, the ones that don't, just the whole idea that we have this amount of people here right now, and you guys, you guys are very interesting, right? We have an interesting community. We, here that is not just intelligent, but let's face it, interesting. What I mean by that is, we share our backgrounds of like who we are, some of the things that we do, some of our hobbies. That's why we always encourage people to change their avatar to something, it speaks more who they are, what they're about, because it's all about the visual, right? But thank you very much for that, Loose Banana. And Loose Banana in the house again with another $10 super sticker. Thanks again for that. I will read this because might as well. He's giving you props from Salamander in space. Loose Banana is going crazy. And speaking of which, I'm so sorry, Salamander. I saw right when I was ending the broadcast and we were wrapping up the show last night, I think Larry pointed out that you dropped a super chat or super sticker at the very tail end of the show, like right when we were saying goodbye to everybody. Don't think I didn't recognize that. I wanted to thank you once again for the other day, last night, in regards to the super sticker or super chat where it was. Thank you again, Salamander. So I thought I'd go ahead and mention it right now. And then again, $10 super sticker from Loose Banana. The banana is flat out loose because he's dropping the super stickers, super chats, you name it. Oh man, this is really, really cool. Very, very humbling. This is not just what it's all about, but again, guys, it's community. If you haven't had the chance to check us out on the after show and stuff like that, by all means, you guys, we have people that will welcome you, just like people welcome you here. If you happen to be the first time visitor, by all means, let us know who you are, what you're all about, some of your questions, your comments. We have a very welcoming community here. We're going to be talking about XRP news here in a moment. But thank you once again, Loose Banana. All right, let me see here. Let me get further back up. Man, I might have skipped a whole bunch. I literally just lost my spot. KuCoin is not the best. Webull and Crypto.com are the best. Yeah, we all have our own opinions, right? Hold on a second. Salamander in Space says money equals XDC, XRP, and XLM, right? What we refer to as the triple X's. Then there's Quant, CRO, right? ADA, Luna Classic, Shiba Inu. I hold every single one of those as well. And I look at that in the same way you probably look at it. All right. Loose Banana, LeBron, chilling at work, just listening in on Max. Thank you for that, Loose Banana. I mean, people listening to us here, whether you're working out, some of you guys, of course, obviously work from home. You might do the whole, remote thing, especially in this day and age, right? But whatever the case be, wherever you are, wherever you're tuning in from, heck, we even have some of my students from, school. They come in here sometimes. Maybe they won't tonight because it was basketball tryouts. But you know what? Young investors technically they can't even be investors. I guess you have to be at least 13 or something like that. And these guys are 11. But I'll tell you, there's at least three of them, I should say. They don't even look like they're in the 6th grade. There's like 2 or 3 of them that look like they're in high school. It's crazy. Some of these kids are just like, they just look way more mature than their actual age. But you know what? These kids, they want to prepare for, I guess, when they turn 13. They're like, there's money to be made, opportunities. And you know what? I'm proud of them. I will state that much. I'm proud of them because they are so much further ahead compared to the average age 11-year-old. To want to learn about crypto at that age, and actually, I didn't have to remind them, like, you know what? Here's my offer. I'll teach you a little bit about crypto after school. Literally in my head, I thought, these are, typical 6th graders are not going to show up. And every freaking one showed up, and there was one extra. So that was just like, wow, super cool. And I hooked them up at school today. You know what? They're saying the other day, like, Mr. Stanley, could you hook me up with some cookies or something like that for I can go down to, or hook me up with some money for I can go down and get some cookies from the corner market, the convenience store. And I thought, you know what? These kids are like skinny as all heck. And I don't normally do this, but you know what? Breakfast time, I hooked them up with like some Hot Pockets. I gave them a king size candy bar. I gave them a bottle of water. And I was just like, you know what? You guys deserve it. You showed up. I didn't have to remind you. That was cool. Anyway. Let's see here. Edward Vincent, I don't think I paid more than 150 in gas fees at once. Yeah, I mean 300, man, it was like a little over 300. And when it was all said and done, I was like, why did I do that? But you know what? I made out on it. I ended up profiting like I think it was like slightly over 500. So it would have been like 800 if it wasn't for those stupid fees, but it's whatever. All right, Edward Vincent, no, don't beat yourself up because you know what? It's learning experiences. We all have a different crypto journey. And if anything, that's where the emphasis should be. I have my own crypto journey. I shared it with you guys. You guys, of course, there's people who have been in crypto longer than me, but there's no one set guy who has like 100% answer on how to go about everything in the perfect, path or roadmap, I should say. Heck, we covered Investor Place last night with what they mentioned about the whole, with blockchain, with Luke Lango and the whole thing with HNT Helium, right? But, Luke Lango, Charlie Shrem, those guys, they're not fans of, Shiba Inu, right? And whatnot. They advise people not to get into Doge or Shiba Inu. And my attitude is, it's like, okay, because, they stick primarily to like the top 100 and whatnot, because it's done very well for them, and rightfully so. I get it. But at the same time, it's like even them, right? Say what you want. They don't recognize those particular opportunities. And there's some people even in this crowd that don't recognize that. That's not me trying to say, oh, you guys don't know squat or anything like that. It's just like I always mentioned before, is where we agree to disagree. And I think, as a country and as a, like a human being, right? We need to get back to that. The whole concept of agreeing to disagree. And this whole thing about cancel culture and, people getting offended about just little things like that. Really? We can't agree to disagree? I mean, anyway. All right, my bad. I think I skipped over a couple of those. Let's see. Salamander says nuclear ETH no good. Seems like it's turning into that, which I'm sure Cool Cat's kind of smiling about that. Maybe he is, maybe he's not. I don't speak for Cool Cat, but you get what I'm saying. Edward Vincent, got to get that Saitama if you know what I mean. Oh gosh, and that Mononoke. Oh my goodness. Jeff Prudent, 350Z. I was moving 25K and paid like 1K in gas. I imagine, yeah. And here's the whole thing. I mean, some people say, well, what you could have done is you could have broken it up in segments. I mean, yeah. But what about the whole thing of, you get hit with even bigger fees, right? Or I don't know. It's also a pain, but it's ease. All right. Let me go way further down because I just I don't want to get too far gone. Let's see. Legrand says the bananas are loose. Yep. Man, like XRP is a safe, longer-term play. I totally agree. Mr. Vincent, Friday night special, bedtime stories on CTN VR. We are going to read some white papers, so bring your jammies and popcorns. All right. Thank you for that. Check them out after this show is ready. Is done, I should say. Selmo says, F that SEC. Get that XRP doing his thing since 93. Sell Mo FUD, not a dud. Drop that bomb right now. Never mind. Thank you very much, Selmo. The bananas. All right. Elbow cough. Yeah. Here's another one for you. With the elbow cough NFT dropping it live. LeBron is greater than the SEC. Thanks. Finally, you said something about that. And by the way, I wore my LeBrons today, Larry. I wore them at the tryouts. And yes, they were the LeBron Witness Edition back when he used to play for Cleveland. That's right, Selmo. Your team, the Cleveland Cavaliers, who defeated the Golden State Warriors with a 73-win, 9-loss record, who will never be able to officially claim the rights of the greatest team of all time to beat that 1996 Bulls record because they didn't win the entire big show, the championship. Just kind of like Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. I know you don't want to hear it, Mr. Dowie. I'm sorry. I'm not talking crap too much because I'm not really into football. But I'm just making a comparison, right? Let's face it. The Patriots should have won the whole thing. They should have defeated, the Dolphins record, right, for having a perfect season. But that will always be looked upon as that didn't happen because they didn't win the Super Bowl. Just like the 2016 NBA Finals. Golden State Warriors, great record. Won the regular season record. And that will always be theirs until somebody else beats it, I guess. But they didn't win the NBA championship that year. 2016 Cavaliers, 3-1 deficit. Best comeback in NBA history as far as, finals. You know the story. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. But, yeah, that's the one time I seen LeBron or Larry basically mentioned that LeBron was better than something. So thanks for that. All right. Larry's thanking you, Loose Banana. That's great. LeGrand doesn't know what to do about this anymore. Jeff says, Larry buy Max a new puffball for his audio mic. That's what he wants. No, I could buy my own. Thank you, though. And I'm going to get it. I'll probably order one tomorrow since it really bothers you. I know it bothers me. I got to get it because, I mean, it sounds more professional. I need it's just too much of that. Probably. There's one. I'm not going to just get the puffball. I'm going to get the one that's a combination. So there's this one. It's got all this fuzzy stuff. Here, I'll show you. So it's got kind of like this fuzzy, like, I don't know, it kind of looks like a mink thing, and it's supposed to help with the fan hitting it. That way you guys don't hear the fan either. That way, stay cool. You don't hear the puh, and it's just the best of both worlds. And it comes with the foam and that thing. All right. Going further down. I will read this and then a couple more, and then we got to get into the XRP thing because I don't know if I want to really go 2 hours. And it's already at, hour 30. Mr. Vincent, like that guy said on the clip you played yesterday, his name is Luke Lango. The people he interacted with at his university formed the way that he was able to predict the market regarding technologies and whatnot. Well, thank you. Not sure what they call he always puffs at it. Okay. I plan on being president of the United States in due time. Edward Vincent, 2032. Well, you know what? If that's a serious thing, I mean, you probably are a better candidate than most of these yahoos out there. Let's face it, right? Whether it's Democrats or Republicans, like I said on the one and only song I ever made, how's it go? Democratic, what's it go? Hold on. Democratic, liberals, Republican, conservatives. We need a new party with new alternatives. Well, technically, some people will be like, well, there already is, but I don't know. It rhymes. All right. The Crypto Professor, thank you for that. Maximus El Presidente, Crypto Talk Now, maybe. All right, let's see. Max, what's the youngest that you can be to invest in crypto? I thought it was 18. In certain circumstances, I guess it's 13. Anyway, ISO 222 will be the plays in the next big bull run. We are still very early. Yes, absolutely. Very, very early. Don't ever feel like you're late when it comes to that. And don't even feel like you're late when it comes to quant, right? You're not. A lot of people have the attitude, oh, quant's too much, I'm late. No, you're not. You're fine. And if I have to pay 200 a quant, then I have to pay 200 a quant. I'm going to get my goal, though. I mean, yeah, everybody prefers to get it for when it was 40 and 50, but, it's recognizing the opportunities and not just swing trading the likes of quant. You want to swing trade something else. Don't swing trade your quant. That's just my personal opinion. Menelik, East gas fees are unsustainable. Let's see. In the future, you will get paid XRP towards your college tuition for good grades in progression school. Go future, like go gadget. The tuition goes back to the mainframe. That's an awesome way of looking at it. Thanks for sharing that. All right, Legrand, that final was bought. Common Sense says, good to see you, Common Sense. The big OG, the original, the first member of Crypto Talk Now, guys, if you didn't know, says XRP is pumping too soon. I only got 12,000 XRP. I was one who only got 12,000. Shoot, you got me beat all the heck. I only have 2,097, something like that. I'll be having a lot more by tomorrow, but only 12,000. Anyway, Summer Fud. Yeah, everybody's giving you props, Mr. Common Sense. All right. The puffball doesn't bother me. It's something I thought about to be considerate about, something you talked about on several different shows, and I thought it would be I mentioned things on several shows. You gotta keep in mind, give me at least 2 week time span because I get paid bi-weekly, and a lot of times I just I know it's a cheap thing to get, but I don't know, man. The way I look at it, I don't really ever have a real day off, and even if I'm not on air, like, the weekend, you guys might have that too. Well, Max isn't here. He has a day off. I don't really have a day off. I'm still working, doing something else. I'm being honest. All right, Jeff Pruden. I don't ever hear any audio problems until you mute your mic. Well, I've listened to some of the repeated recordings of this, so I'm trying to be as much critical of myself as I can. Yeah, there's a lot of times like you could hear the fan coming in, hitting the mic. Keep in mind, here's the thing: I can always tell the people who listen to the show on speakers and the people who listen to the show on headphones. If you're a headphone listener like myself, you will totally be able to hear all the little idiosyncrasies or flaws or whatever constructive criticism that you can give me, like the fan, the all of that stuff. If you're a person listening on speakers, it doesn't really pick up on all those really big details. Kind of like if you watch a movie, if you really want to hear a movie, listen to it on headphones. Seriously, even if you have like the best speaker system in the world. Well, I shouldn't say the best speaker system in the world, but like you get what I'm saying, like you hear it so much more detail, especially if you have like a 7.1 surround sound headset like myself. I know that sounds like it's impossible. Like I mentioned that to some people, like that's not 7.1, surround sound. Like, yeah, it is. It's simulated. Obviously, it's not the real thing because I only have two speakers. You get what I'm saying. All right. Sorry for the suggestion. If it didn't bother me. All right, I'm just trying to get to the back. I'm going to skip way further to the bottom. Let's see here. All right, Jesus, it was hella fun. Thanks for everything, Mr. Stanley. You're a great teacher. Thanks for that. I hope you make it where you want to be and change the middle school name to yours. I always be tuning in when I can with Mr. Stanley. He the best for real. Thanks, Jesus. Hopefully Javier will be here tonight because if he is, I got some news for him. But anyway, but thanks for that, Jesus. Really appreciate it. That's one of my students, you guys. If you, for real, like a real student. He's 11 years old and he looks like he is like at least 15 or 16 years old, like a sophomore in high school. I'm not even kidding. Not even kidding. I didn't tell these guys that person. All right. I am going to recognize this super chat. Hold on a second. Let me go further down. Common Sense, the big OG, the first original Crypto Talk Now member, says, sorry, been away. I have some family issues. Miss and love CTN family. Well, we understand, my friend, and hopefully those family issues are nothing that's like you mentioned before. I of course prayed for your father-in-law and your mother-in-law in regards to some of that diagnosis you mentioned in the past. Hopefully it's not any issue like that again. Hope everybody's well with you and your fam. Thank you, of course, for that $20 super chat. Really, really appreciate it. And of course, everybody, guys, I really appreciate all the super chats and just the love that we have here at CTN. It's very humbling. I don't know what else to say. I really mean that. And Todd, aka Common Sense, thank you for being here. If you ever want to reach out to me for anything, my friend, you and I, we go quite a few months back. Obviously, I wouldn't say we go years back because, let's face it, I've only been around here since April 18th in regards to the whole thing with the CTN. But, we go back as far as that goes in that light, and it feels like it's been a lot longer. And I do consider you a real friend. And I hope all is really, really well. I really mean that. So thank you again. Oh, boy. Yeah, I think you mentioned that before a while back. All right. Edward says he's got to run outside for something. Okay. And he'll be ready for an after show. All right. I'm going to get to the last part of the comments. We're almost there. All right, Javier. I got an announcement for you, my friend. You better not share this with everybody because I don't want to hear it. Because as you know, the posting of who made the team will be on that door, right? Javier, if you're still here, I want to see it in the chat. Just type, I'm still here. Just do it. Go ahead. Come on. Let's see you type it. I'm waiting. Let's see you type it, Javier. Come on. I'm going to wait. I'm going to give you, okay. Javier, congratulations, my friend. You made the team, dude. Good job on trying out today. Congratulations. You made the freaking basketball team, my friend. I'm not even playing. You did. So there you have it. You got to know before everybody else, but don't go around telling everybody that you got to find out early. But yeah, I thought I'd let you know. That's just from me to you. That's me appreciating you. Good job. So anyway. All right. But that doesn't mean you eat a bucket of fried chicken on Monday for practice, okay? I don't want you dragging on the court. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to congratulate you, man. Like, you're a very cool kid. And you mentioned to me that you want to be like, Dennis Rodman, be like a good rebounder and blocker and playing that D. It's been showing. So thank you for that, my friend. All right. So let's see here. And no, like I mentioned to you before, it wasn't because you showed up to the whole crypto thing. And so I remember me saying that. I said, no politics. Bring your A game. But you did. You came every single open gym and you brought your A game today on the court and so on. So you know what? Be that rebounder. We need that, my friend. So keep doing that. And I'm glad to see you in the chat tonight. All right. Let me go back. Monkeys are cool. My bad. I'm late. Let me see here. Same here, Max and Larry. If Luis actually is here tonight, I don't know if he's monkeys or cool or somebody else, but I thought I would say hello to him. All right. So you guys are giving congrats to one of my students who made the team. That's awesome. All right. Common Sense, you were awesome. All right, let me see. Hold on a second here. I don't want to miss anything. All right, I didn't miss anything. That's good. All right. Javier's the new Michael Jordan. I don't know about that. Awesome job, Javier. They're all giving you some love. That's great. All right. No, he's not 7 foot tall. I mean, he's a little bit taller than the other kids, but he ain't no 7 foot tall. Hold on a second. All right, Max versus Larry 1-on-1 basketball. You would smoke me, man. Absolutely. But anyway, thank you. You're welcome, Javier. Jesus says, Mr. Stanley, you got to move schools. It was the last day I was here. Oh, man, you did mention that, man. I'm going to miss you, Jesus. I know you're going to Royal Palm. Believe it or not, I might actually see you in the future, like if I have to pick up like a sub position or something over there. You may see me over there at some point. But you know what? Keep in touch. It was nice being your teacher as long as I was able to. Royal Palm ain't a bad school, so just be yourself. Don't try to be someone that you're not, and of course you're not like that anyway. I think you'll be more than fine over there. Brian Dowie, $29 on Max. My double digits. Oh boy, Javier, not trying to be Dennis Rodman, not no MJ. See, exactly, and that's what we need. We don't need a bunch of Jordans. We need an actual team. All right, there's the last comment. Now we're gonna get back into the actual news. Let's start things off. Welcome to Crypto Talk Now, live with Max, or as we call it, Wealth Talk Now. Why is it Wealth Talk Now? Well, I'll tell you why. It's because these ISO 222 coin/tokens, this is the monumental wealth that we're trying to create. And when this light switch gets turned on, whether it's XRP with hopefully the SEC ending the case, that should go to at least $10 is my prediction. Some of you guys have way higher than that. But combine that with the light switch getting turned on for ISO 222 compliancy in November, like something like 70 plus countries, it's going to be monumental. This is the generational wealth that we're talking about. So what exactly is this? And why are you here? And why does the thumbnail state all this? Well, thanks for tuning in. We're going to bring you some of that news right now. And let's go ahead and share it. So if we happen to go over 2 hours, then we do one of those things. It's a common thing here at CTN, but that's all right. So there is this, and we covered the likes of this individual in the past, is James K Phelan. In fact, I think as much as maybe 3 or 4 days ago, he has some new extra, news he wanted to post. Just in case you don't know who he is, he's a defense lawyer, former federal prosecutor. Like you mentioned, it's not legal or financial advice. He's not your lawyer. I don't want you to, he doesn't want DMs or anything like that. But like I mentioned, it's right here. Breaking news. Judge Torres overrules the SEC's objections and orders the SEC to turn over the Hinman documents. Of course, if you want to learn more about this, you can click on that link. This person had a good reply. Matt Hamilton, he says, James, they have been asked for several times for those documents. What happens now if they still don't comply? James, of course, states, In reply to Matt, he says they could also file a motion asking Judge Torres to reconsider a decision, which could further delay things, which is true. But if anything, it's like, you know, this right here, right? John E. Deaton, and this is a quote from back on the 18th, says, I said I believe the case was settled within 90 days from Judge Torres affirming Judge Netburn's decision. I still stand by that. However, I didn't really consider, listen to this, Ripple insisting on summary judgment without the emails and documents. In hindsight, it makes sense. So is that why everything got delayed? Well, very well could be. But the thing is this, we've had, if you've been following this, there's been numerous times where Judge Torres has basically asked the SEC to hand over, of course, these type of documents, and they kept stalling and refusing or ignoring and whatnot. And now this time, Judge Torres has basically requested this, and they, of course, with the SEC, objection, Your Honor. And in this case, it's not anything in which, it's like, okay, let's just continue this. It's like, no, there won't be an objection. You need to comply. And is this the sign that this is going to end? Could very well be. Some of the market reflects upon this to a degree, not 100%, but when you see things like this, I mean, come on. The overall crypto market is slightly up, but XRP is the best one on the 24-hour chart, up 8.22%. And for that matter, within the time of the show, guys, let's here's some news right here. Luna Classic is now starting to shoot up a little bit. It's starting to creep up. I'm leaning towards like what we saw earlier. With the whole thing with Fridays for some reason. Thursday night for us, Friday for the European markets, and then of course, Asia Pacific and so on, right? Could very well be bullish momentum for Luna Classic. We saw all the indicators. Now are we going to see the big pumps? I think we wait for the European market to wake up. And of course, maybe by tomorrow's show, you will see everything with green candles, et cetera, et cetera. I think it's going to be really huge for Luna Classic. I know we're getting kind of sidetracked because we were trying to talk about XRP. But again, guys, it's just that XRP up 8.53%. That is an ISO 222 compliant. Again, like we mentioned, wealth talk now, the generational wealth. How do you get there? Again, it's not official financial advice, but XRP really, really stands out. Stellar Lumens stands out. I look at Stellar Lumens basically being the Western Union of crypto, but obviously a heck of a lot faster. XTC was up there, right? Those three were like the top ones. But yeah, I wanted to show you basically that one particular article that James K Phelan mentioned. Of course, some of you guys mentioned it in the comments. There's one more thing I want to show you, and this is from BitBoy Crypto. On this particular one, we're going to do a share tab. That way you can hear the audio. This is good stuff. It's only 2 minutes long. Let's hear what BitBoy Crypto has to say in regards to this. Whether you're for him or not, it's worthy to hear the info. Give me just a moment. And let's see. Here we go.
Weird what this business makes you do. All right, Ellie, how are you doing?
Great. How are you? Just to add to that, that is literally the magic of TV, right? Everything that goes on behind screen that
Absolutely.
People don't necessarily see, but it's interesting when it happens.
Yeah, exactly. When I'm not on the show, I actually look hideous.
Me too.
So okay. There's a lot of stuff going on with XRP right now. You've been on the front of all of it. You and John Deaton have done such amazing work on this with XRP. Uncovering a lot of stuff going on with the SEC. I guess let's start with the Hinman calendar that you got access to. I'm very curious to hear on that. There's a long Twitter thread about it. People can see. Let's see. I'll pull it up here real quick. I think here it is. You guys can check out Eleanor Tourette on Twitter. You can post her Twitter handle in the Discord chat. That would be great, TJ. She combed through the first 2 years of the entries to the calendars and found a lot of really interesting stuff. You guys can go check her out on Twitter and read it for yourself. But Ellie, tell us what is the main takeaway here from what you discovered through this calendar?
So before I get to that, I'll just give you a little bit of background. So obviously, you guys know that this calendar was not made publicly available. It was not publicly available information, but it was turned over as a result of several Freedom of Information Act requests from members of the XRP community. And if you don't know what Freedom of Information Act is, I'll just quickly tell you. It's when you basically write to the government and say, I have a right to know this, this, and this. They can basically tell you things that they might want to keep hidden, but it's just a way of getting information that is access to information that is not public. So I know a lot of people have reached out to the SEC to try and get various bits of information that have not been made public. The calendar was one of them. So these two XRP community members were able to get a hold of it, and they did send it to me as well. So I broke that story yesterday. And what's interesting here is that several people had also told me that they'd reached out over the past year to say to the SEC, hey, we want to get this calendar. We have a right to see this calendar. But they said either, oh, the calendar does not exist.
Right. She goes on a little bit more, but I just want to give you guys, the quick snippet in regards to that here at Crypto Talk Now. You can look a little bit more into it. That was, of course, part 1 of 2. I think we might have part 2. Okay, I apologize. Let's hear part 2 in regards to that because it did get kind of chopped off. Here we go.
Like matter.
Hold on a second. Let me turn that up just a tad. There we go. And here we go.
Does not exist. It is not, public matter at the agency, or it was just a personal calendar by Hinman. We have no, we don't know where it is. And I thought that was really interesting because then yesterday we were sent the calendar and the language that was used, they requested it several times and had to change the language each time. So I'm going to read you what the language was that finally got the calendar to be released. This person, his name is Andrew Forbes. He's one of the XRP community members.
Now, real quick, before we get into that language, what entity, what governing body has to sign off to do the release? Is it the SEC itself?
I believe so. Yes, it's a department within the SEC that says, we're going to sign this off. We're going to give it to you. And then there's conditions too. So the email that was sent said, here it is, but here are the redactions and here are the reasons for the redactions. So yes, it is an office within the SEC. So the language used was William Hinman's public calendar for the duration of his term as an SEC official. All emails between William Hinman, Jay Clayton, and all commissioners regarding the Safe Harbor memo by the Venture Capital Working Group. These emails include a draft for a speech declaring Ethereum as a commodity on Yahoo Finance and was accepted as guidance for the market. So that was the request that was sent. We got 260 total pages. 72 of those were emails concerning the Hinman emails, the drafts of the speech, the 2018 speech. They were heavily redacted, though. I haven't been able to get anything new out of them. But 189
hold
of
them up
those
to the
pages
light,
were
maybe, and no, does that not work? Okay.
No, sadly. I'll have to check that later, though. But the big thing is, it doesn't seem to be complete. Some have pointed out that this could just be, Hinman's DC agenda, not necessarily his full calendar for when he was SEC chairman. For example, it doesn't have listed on that calendar the date that Hinman gave that crucial speech, the Yahoo Finance all market speech on June 14th. It does say that he was in Washington, D.C. for a meeting with Ripple Counsel that morning. The location says D.C. Was he remote? Was he actually in San Francisco? It's unclear from the calendar. I've reached out to Ripple just for comment on that meeting to see if it did indeed take place, because I don't believe.
Okay.
So
if you guys want to, of course, watch the full length one from Eleanor Terrett, who also tweeted that from Ellie Terrett's original full length version. You can look more into it. Obviously, about BitBoy Crypto. I mean, heck, you can just do a YouTube search and listen to the whole thing if you want. But I thought that was probably the biggest highlight in regards to what's going on with that. Is it a proper conclusion? Like, we're going to see closure about it. No one really knows, right? But you kind of get some indicators that if we were, we're basically a lot more closer to having this thing being wrapped up compared to where we were, like a month ago. Can we all agree on that? I think we can. All right. So we're going to wrap things up here. And before we do, I'm actually just going to read a few more comments. And then, yeah. All right. So let's see here. Cool Cat Crypto, don't be trying to be a gangster. Yeah. Don't be doing that. Jesus, thanks, Mr. Stanley. Hope I see you in person someday. Very well, could be. Maybe we're at Royal Palm. But Jesus, it was really nice having you. You were a good student and you were very respectful for the most part. Maybe not so much on that first day, but I get it. One of those things. But it was nice having you come in. And if anything, I mean, come on, man. I mean, you want to learn about crypto. That speaks volumes about who you are. But thank you very much. Looking forward to seeing you again in the future. Cool Cat Crypto. I have a feeling XRP is about to explode. I do too. Cool Cat Crypto, and I mean really explode to like $20. See, he's got double what I've basically stated. Javier, yo, Mr. Stanley, did Luis make basketball team? Well, Luis has to be here because I'm not stating squat. So take that as you want. So if Luis was here, maybe I would mention that. But there's also an old expression, my friend. And it goes like this: loose lips sink ships. So there's that. All right. Crypto Talk Now. Meow. Hit that button all. Cool Cat. They are getting ready for that to turn the XRP on. They are. And on the rest of the ISOs. They're turning it on. Oh, no. Here we go. Larry versus BitBoy, one-on-one basketball. Yeah, well, he's lost a lot of weight, so maybe he's going to clog up the paint or something, but maybe you're going to drill that three. I don't know. BitBoy would dunk on Larry. I don't think so. I don't see that happening. Larry says he'd rather go one-on-one with Ellie. Yeah, I guess some of your girlfriend. Never mind. Not going to say it. I could get myself in trouble. Cool Cat Crypto. Yeah, she never mind can say that either. Larry, Hinak is ready to play you. Oh no. I haven't I haven't heard the word Hinak in a while. Is he doing all right? I haven't seen any of his. I haven't been following him for a long time. Nothing against him. All right. All right, let me go further down. Monkeys are cool. Bye, Mr. Stanley. I gotta go. Well, who would that be? Is that Marvin? Who is that? All right. Oh, okay. Luis, type one more time. Type one more time. I'm waiting for you in the chat because I know it's you for real. Let me know. Just say I'm here. Javier told me to join. All right, let me see. That's 3 minutes behind though. Hold on a second. I am here. Hold on. I am hearing March unless judge rules to end it. Yeah, everybody's been hearing March for a long time. All right. Super chat, another one. Thank you for that, Salamander. $2 super chat. XRP has to beat the SEC for all crypto to win. Yeah, it's a huge win for all of it. I agree. And thank you again for the $2 super chat. Or for super chats just to begin with, right? Thanks, Salamander. Really appreciate it. You are the you're not even a diamond hands holder. You're just like a whale, whale investor holder of XDC, man. You guys, just real quick in the chat, type what you feel XDC is going to go to. I don't know. How about this? By the end of 2023, what do you think XDC is going to go to? And with that said, based on how much Salamander in space has, we're going to give a prediction of, how much he's just going to be making off of just, come on, XDC alone. Not even counting all the other things he has. My goodness. Damon Vargas. But yes, sorry. Thank you again for that $2 super chat, Salamander. Damon Vargas, I'm going to read this. Max, how do you feel about the bleak economic collapse going on around the world? Do you see things getting better soon? Yes, I do see there's enough indicators to show that, but again, I mean, I can't predict obvious, monumental crises like, let's face it, the threat of Chinese aggression towards Taiwan. Um, there's been things, I don't know if it's, China and Russia just trying to flex their muscles or whatever, up in the Bering Sea and that type of thing. We obviously flex them right back. Let's face it, when it comes to all the activity, the South China Sea, it's constantly, different militaries of different countries flexing their muscle in that area, highly contested. It's just one of those things. It's like, if something crazy happens, then of course that's going to affect everything. If that realistically happened, I mean, people are complaining about gas prices right now. I mean, if China basically invaded like Taiwan, then we would see, I don't know, $6 a gallon, $7 a gallon. I don't know. It'd be insane. Not to mention, it's just, that's like what you're talking about, the economic collapse around the world. For us as a country here, like, if you're in the United States, I do see a path forward where things are starting to look a lot better, in regards to like, inflation and those type of things. Not trying to be like political or anything like that. I just base things on, like data and like, legitimate things in that regard. So there's enough indicators to show that things are getting a lot better, not to the point where it's like distinct, right? Just a little bit better. But for crypto in itself, I still feel as though that we can get into the bull run. And will the bull run be here in a couple months? I don't know. I mean, that's the hope. I mean, if the bull run could start, with the ISOs, might be the case. Legrand, if I'm not mistaken, has stated that he feels as like it could be in October. October's right around the corner. I don't know. Do we stick with the whole thing with what Larry was mentioning? I mean, it seems like a crazy prediction, but I mean, he might be right. I know a lot of people, feel like it's just a guess or whatever. At the end of the day, I mean, technically speaking, we're all guessing, but could it be the start? Could very well be. I think 2023 is safe to say it's going to be a standout year. All right. Max P, great show, Max. Thank you very much, Max P, as always. Cool Cat Crypto states things about to pick up if you got the XRP. Yeah, big time. I say this year now for sure the SEC is done. Hold on. I say this year now for sure the SEC. Okay. Might be tomorrow. Might be, I don't know. That'd be amazing. But Legrand states XRP settlement October 6th. Why October 6th? Drop that real quick if you have a chance. We got 21 people here, even though we've gone 2 hours. That's really cool. That's awesome. I mean, to be going this long and still having a decent amount of people, really appreciate you guys. Brian Dowie says $4. Common Sense says he has 45,000 XDC. Nice, not too bad. I have a little over 10,000. I'm looking to get another bag of that. All right, here we go. This is what we were looking for earlier. Cool Cat Crypto says XDC by end of 2023, $3,000 a coin. Now, hold on a second. Let's base this on something. I'm going to pull up my calculator real quick for some of you guys. So I'm just going to round this off. All right. So I know it's kind of low ball because I know that Salamander has a hell of a lot more than this. So let's just say Salamander settles for 600,000. He excuse me. He just settled for that, and that's good enough for him. So even at 600,000 times your prediction of 3,000 in XDC, and again, this doesn't even count Salamander's like rest of his portfolio. Salamander in space would be worth $1.8 billion just off of XDC alone. Man, can we make some AAA games together, my friend? Can we do that? Can we do something like that? I mean, I feel like I'm gonna get there too, but I don't even know if you're into video games, my friend. But I want to take like the video game industry to the next level. I'm tired of Call of Duty releasing like garbage. I miss the good old days. I want to release some AAA games made by hardcore gamers like myself that know the nitty gritty about games, kind of like I know about the nitty gritty about freaking crypto. Let's do this. Let's get this. Anyway. Javier, Mr. Stanley, did Luis make it? All right. Hold on a second. Is Luis really here? Yeah, I guess he is. All right, let me see. Because I know he probably got to get to bed soon because, he might have a bedtime. All right, let's see here. Let me just jump down to that real quick for him since he's probably got a bedtime. All right, there you are, Luis. I'm trying to make a crypto account. I'm going to make one tomorrow. All right. All right, so Luis is here. I do see you. Luis, guess what, my friend? Don't be blabbing it all over school. Read the official announcement, which will be on the door. Yes, you did make it. Congratulations, Luis. You made the team. Thanks for bringing your A game today. Thanks for showing up to all those, open gyms and whatnot. You and Javier made it. You are part of a 15-man roster. So with that said, always find the open man, play that defense. Like I mentioned before, don't always assume somebody's going to make the shot. Assume that you got to get the rebound anyway, all those type of things, and you'd be more than fine. But yeah, man, you're welcome. But again, don't be going to school and be like, breaking everybody else, oh, I know before you guys have seen it. I mean, there's going to be a bunch of people rushing to that door where it's going to be posted. I get it. But I just thought I'd congratulate you guys since, you come on here. Why not? So congrats, Javier, for making the team. Congrats also again to Luis for also making the team. All right. So I'm going to go a little bit further back up. And let's see here. Yep, he did. Tim Shea says 50. Max P, I got a small bag of XDC. Well, you got more people in here, and the shows. This is cool. This is really awesome. I got a small bag of XDC. I'm going to say 40 cents to 70 cents by the end of the year 2023, $2 to $3. All right, like that's kind of like where I look at realistic price predictions. But some people say I'm not being realistic with the whole ISOs. That it's just going to be like just massive, and I hope you guys are right in that regard. All right, Brian Dowie, Pooh. I'm not going to say the real thing. Pooh, you guys think XDC goes to that high in 1 year? Cool Cat says XDC has the trade finance monopoly going to go sky high. It will shock the world. You talk my language, man. I want to see it too. We all want to see it. Oh, man. I mean, for a lot of us, right? We're not that old, right? Let's retire early, right? My thing is I know I was telling, some family, I know someone probably think I'm nuts, but I don't care. My attitude is I don't need to prove myself anymore. I took 10 grand and it turned into 120K. Some of you guys did better than me, right? So when I make statements to them like, you know what, I'm retiring, in 3 to 6 years, I think someone looked at me like, you're nuts. You only be like, I don't know, mid 40s to, basically in my mid 40s. And, everybody's got the whole stereotypical thing like, oh, you can't retire till you're like 65. No, I'm retiring in my 40s because I don't want to wait till my 60s to enjoy it. If you haven't been in your 60s, I mean, you know where I'm coming from, and that's fine too. Wherever the case be, we're all born when we're born, but I want to enjoy it when I'm in my 40s and so on. When my joints are still somewhat okay. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. All right, XDC, $175 by April. Luis states, I'm trying to make a crypto. Okay, I saw that. Javier, thank you for being here once again. Luis, I'll see you guys in class tomorrow. Hey, and tell some of your classmates, for crying out loud, to zip it down. I say be quiet, freaking be quiet. All right? Dang. All right, Cool Cat Crypto. Let's see here. Cool Cat Crypto says Sal gonna be rich as heck. Javier, damn. Yeah, I knew you would say that because you're always like, when I make that's the exact same expression he made. Some of you guys are on the post show where I show you like the portfolio where it goes like from $10 and the bull run, and it's like, I don't know, 93,000, 120,000, whatever. Yeah. He also saw SHIB Inu when it went to all-time highs. Some of these other ones, he was like, damn. 11-year-old, let's face it, they're gonna say it. It wasn't during class, so the way I look at it is like, I can't make a big deal about it. All right, Tim Shea, congrats. All right, you guys getting congrats, that's great. Awesome job, boys. Yep, thank you for that. Let's see here. Luis, go break some ankles. Lol. Well, here's the thing. Luis's game is, like you mentioned, like Dennis Rodman style. So he wants to be a great rebounder, try to block some shots, play good D. That's his game, and I'm glad he recognizes that's his game. And as long as he focuses on that, he'll be more than good because we need some rebounders. All right, Cool Cat Crypto. That's how I play. I just try and dunk everything. Salamander. If I become a millionaire, we are all going to Disney. Yeah. All right. Sounds like a plan to me. Which Disney though? Disneyland in Anaheim, or are we going to Orlando? All right. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to skip over it. Thank you again for the $2 super chat. Guys, you guys have been floating the super chats tonight. Really, really appreciate that. You did it the other night as well. That was super cool. Can't thank you enough in regards to all that. XTC is no joke. XTC will shock everyone. Everyone, he says. Cool Cat Crypto. The projects being built on XTC are all good too. Yeah. I was going to mention GBEX. I'm glad you pointed that out again. XSP. I got to look at XSP. You guys are always saying that. I know I keep saying I'll look into it, but I will. So XSP, GBEX. Let me add that one to my favorites if it happens to be already listed. I'm sure it is, as much as you guys talk about it, right? XSP. So, okay, I see the contract. This definitely is the one. Oh, man, sitting at 0. Hold on a second. 0.000936, up 15%. Nice. Really like you seeing that. All right. October 6th is call. Green 6 is call. Green 6 because on 2021, Bitcoin rose to over 50K to go to all-time highs. All right. Yeah, you did mention that on the post show before. That's Legrand's reason. Okay, thank you for that. Crypto Mike says XTC. Coochie Boy's different now. Salamander, XTC to be at $2 to $3 by the end of 2023 with a question mark. And then next we have Let's Go Salamander. All right. So with that said, XFP. Okay, running hard. All right. Well, let me blow this up. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in to this particular segment of Crypto Talk Now called Wealth Talk Now. Why is it wealth? Well, if you just tune in, it's basically just this. The ISO 222s. We're about to approach November. It could be absolutely, as I would say, monumental. Why? Because what is going to happen with the financial sectors and systems across the world, especially in the likes of Europe and Asia Pacific regions. Look into it a little bit more yourself. See if it's something that you want to get into. Not official financial advice, but in my own closing comments, I want to state that you got into crypto for a particular reason. Was it just to make a little bit of money here and there? There's nothing wrong with that. But if it's for something like, where I'm coming from, where I want the generational wealth, it's definitely the ISO 222s, XRP, Quant, XDC, some of these other ones, right? XLM. And with that said, you should always, as the saying goes, do more of your own research. DYOR. Read some of the white papers and so on. And if anything, join us more often for Crypto Talk Now, whether it's with myself or Larry. We'd love to hear more about some of the ones that you're thinking about getting into. But this show, of course, has been going on for about a little over 2 hours and 13 minutes, and we still have a decent amount of people here. That speaks a lot to about who our community is and what we're all about. So with that said, join us tomorrow, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, for some more Crypto Talk Now. Pay close attention to what's going on with Luna Classic. I think by the time we're back here, it's going to be big. So on behalf of Crypto Talk Now, the network family, staff, Larry, myself, Patches, Johan, and even our sister stations, Edward Vinson, Jeff Pruden, Mike Cornwell, Badir, and anybody else that I left off that list. Legrand Commission over at Crypto Talk Now, Hablamos Crypto Ahora with the Spanish channel. We all want to say thank you for watching and tuning in tonight. We'll see you tomorrow. May you all have a blessed day, everybody. Over and out for now. Catch you on the next one.